Imagine your both hands double strangling a long snake because it's biting your dog. After saving this innocent puppy's life, he grants you unconditional immortality. A momentary contemplation arises of accelerating his testicles to stratospheric altitude, but then you start to understand that dogs are sadly not as intelligent as us humans, which makes them unable to grasp basic philosophy. After engaging in a brief cognitive evaluation of why your dog might think immortality would be his greatest blessing to show his gratefulness, you start thinking if stupidity might actually be the approach to the most advanced philosophy. It is hard to picture a dog being sad about immortality who would simply enjoy it. Sadly, you're not a dog though, so yeah, forget that. For some reason you start to think about your homie. Not in that way. You're more thinking about his ex-girlfriend, also not in that way. But you remember him complaining about her being a stupid bitch after she broke up with him. This dude was canceling homie group meetups, all up in her armpit sniffing on that female stench. And she even woke up at 5 a.m. to make him food so he can take it to his minimum wage job. Why did his perception of something good change that much? Us humans often demonize things out of our reach. You don't like gambling because you believe it's unwinnable anyways? You're not wrong, but you're wrong. Somebody has to win or the system is not going to work. It will just probably not be you. Another example, money is the root of evil. I think that's kinda true, but I'm not rich and I've never heard a rich person say that. Let me quickfire a few. Power corrupts. Ignorance is bliss. Pride comes before the fall. Curiosity killed the cat. All of this contains some truth, but you will hear those words from the people not in power, the people too smart to be ignorant, that are modest and disinterested. Oh, we don't get to be immortal? Then we focus on all the truths that would make it a curse, so we don't want it. For you, as a fresh immortal, this eases the horror. Now immortality is in your hands and you no longer demonize it. But one haunting thought doesn't let you go. What if you want to decide for death, but your decision obviously has been taken away? 1 in 10 people on this world have seriously considered suicide due to the fantasy of life being unlivable without freedom. Suicide appears as the last remaining freedom when depression, social alienation, economic hardship, and existential despair make life feel like an inescapable prison. But wouldn't immortality also result in infinite freedom? Also, why does every single person get even more happy after surviving suicidal mindsets? Hold on, this video, I know they're trying to do some exercise, but... Okay, sorry, let's continue. 0% of survivors have regret of not being able to end their life. Normally, statistics are never one-sided. How is this possible? For a moment, the world seems to pause around that single question. Even though knowing that comfort is the enemy, you begin with the obvious mistake. You build wealth, influence, and luxury until life becomes effortless. And the moment comfort finally dulls your senses, you have to abandon everything and return to poverty in another culture. After mastering hardship, you're going to chase intensity. You pursue dangerous ideas, impossible sciences, unbearable training, great loves, devastating losses, because pain sharpens the moment where life tastes sweet. Suffering is not the enemy of life, but the price of its intensity. But this is a mortal mindset. When boredom begins creeping in, you erase your identity and begin again. New language, new country, new name, new purpose, until even that gets boring. And one day, humanity disappears and you find yourself alone on a silent planet drifting through an indifferent universe. You will stop living for the world and begin living as the last medium for the universe to observe itself. You catalog stars, you create machines that think, you observe and create a museum whose accumulation of exhibits proceeds indefinitely alongside the passage of time. So why not just start there? An infinite collection of artifacts, data and knowledge results in an infinite amount of goals, which results in an infinite purpose. And the best thing, you will always have someone to show it to. Yourself, due to your brain capacity being limited. One day, you will stumble upon the pyramids, unaware that you were the architect who once laid their stones. In this way, eternity becomes an infinite archive of mysteries to uncover, mysteries whose author you have always been.